Counter seems to be on, is the call. Go, 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 screams Burkett. Hull's running in a straight line. Let's see if anyone can put the hit in. Yes, they can. The offload is there into the hands of Cooper, who bops it in to Twist. Good counter, but just a little bit on the end. All right, looks like they're going to go again. Twist is making a run for it. Cooper has a lovely tackle on. A player we've not seen in some time, and it's happy to see the aggressive contact style back on the pitch.
Yeah, just that first Werewolves goal. I loved sort of the angle that Luke Twist took there.
Beautiful.
Went round the side, called in sort of 2-3 defenders on. I think 2 defenders onto him. Drew that attention, and then Harrison was open.
Lots of blooders on the
at
ground
that post
here.
to score.
Hands up, immediately calls. Harrison's going to get it again. Back to Twist. They're going forward, but they haven't really got any support. It doesn't matter, the goal comes in anyway. 20 points now, the score in the favour of the Werewolves of London. 2 quick goals in the first couple of minutes.
This is already a lot more controlled from Werewolves. They rushed a lot of set offences in their game with Phoenix. Luke Twist has been a very calming presence so far in this game. An assist on the first goal, and then he scored the second one himself.
Okay, a little bit of a press on here. We'll call it a press, a bit of aggression on the defence here from Vong. Running up, misses the beat on Hull, has to raise a fist to the air. Hull's just going to go now. Shot goes wide, Cooper's in a good spot. The tackle's going to come in into the hands of Twist. Just a bit clumsy there on the finish, not with the slick sophistication of those first 2 Werewolves points. But it looks like we're going to see a no-blooders on the counter. Nice little kick beat there into Burkett. Cooper set back to Hoop. Twist has got some time alone here. Can they run through Hull? The answer is yes. 3-0 to those Werewolves.
Now, the difference there between those 2 drives, Hull built momentum, crashing on the hoops. He went for some mid-range shot / pass, didn't execute it. Difference there, Twist runs in, takes the contact, scores. He uses his momentum to allow him to score that goal. Hull didn't do that on that play, and that's why Hull didn't score and Twist did score.
Cool. We're going to see Twist off, and now Canadian Chris on the side. Bill Orange now running on, making a big play here to Anjit. Couple balls thrown, Claude sent home. Everybody on their way back now. Lots of balls on the floor. Hull's going to go. Let's see if he can finish it. Big hit comes in, missed. And number 15 there, great offload. Lovely stuff.
And lovely there. I think Hull he might have heard me talking there, but he absorbed the contact from Alice Twist, passed off to Rachel Breer, and Breer has the easiest job there to slap it home. Great positioning from Breer, great awareness from Hull to take the contact and pass off to his receiver.
Brings it to 3-1 now, the score. Couple of subs, a new rotation in here for the Werewolves. Let's see what they can do on offense to see if they can bring the same slick sophistication as that first line. Chris running it around, a little bit of a switch, a pick set there, Ed Brett from behind. Nearly fumbles it, beat goes wide. There's an opportunity here now. Just Quaffle players in the way, and that goal.
Questionable. I don't know. It could be a goal. It could also not be a goal. I'm not sure.
I think that might. Is that
we are also stopping. A dodge ball went way off the pitch there. Bill Orange.
Absolutely.
I can see what he's trying to do there, but he's probably thrown a fraction too early.
And that's the thing with these big beats. Some of these throwing players it can go a long way.
Bill Orange from 3 or 4 steps out on any play, he's going to make that beat.
That's as low as you can go.
99 times out of 100.
Are we not? Should this hoop not be coming up given the stoppage?
That's as low as you can go.
It's on the floor.
I think it should.
Surely it should, right?
During a stoppage, you should reset the pitch.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it looks like we're going to have a bit of a pile up here. Hands on from Hull, who doesn't have the immunity yet. Some legs being moved around, some jiu-jitsu poses being assembled here to see if we can get a go.
Very underrated how you use your body in terms of guarding the ball, placing yourself in an advantageous position for contact.
Neither of them had hands on it when the whistle was called, which means they can't put the hands on until the player's over. And everyone sort of says, stand in a way that looks very inconspicuous and then fall upon it.
I can see everyone's going to drop on this now.
And what's going to happen is because of the new rules introduced a couple of seasons ago, it's going to favour the
wants to slap this back now.
Slaps it back, doesn't get it, and that is hands on for Hull, falls on it, no problem. Bill sends him home, and we're going to see what the Raptors can do into this control held by the Werewolves.
I thought there'd be more of a tussle there, but Hull comes away with it. Ultimately ends up in a good Raptors defence, and now they can set into their half court. What have they got in the half court? We'll find out.
Cool. So the score 3-1, a little bit close. I'd love to see a timeout in the next couple of minutes by these Raptors. I just think they need to. I think they need to do a bit. It's only been 4 minutes. Okay, ignore that. They just need to have some ideas.
I think the next 2 goals will be telling.
Ooh, lovely work by Adcock.
Oh, it's beat before on Adcock.
Really? Okay, fair. We see it.
I like the idea.
Taking it up the
I like the idea. Putting pressure on the Werewolves' defence, almost scoring.
Ball goes behind the hoops here to Chris. Back into hands. Brett. Bit of a hop there. The press is on here. A big bludger thrown by Bill. That one misses. No good though is the call. There's a ball there and no one to pick it up. Is Ed going to get there in time? It looks like it.
It's a double reset.
Double reset.
The ball will go to Andrew Hull. So and Hull has a one-on-one with Brett. Oh, Joe Creighton is also with.
I mean, Joe's in the perfect position.
So yeah, again, when we're talking about Hull, take the contact. Joe Creighton is free.
Easy. Theoretically, but not if Chris is just faster.
As I was saying, take the contact and then make the pass. That pass was way too early.
You don't want to make that hit.
And for a player of that experience, he should know.
Sent back to Brooms hoops as well.
Yeah, took a beat from Oleg there.
Never mind.
Yeah, it's one of those like that was a gimme.
Okay, Bill gets it. Press is on now. That's the only bludger in the hands of these werewolves. Let's see what Bill can do. Just clawed in the way now. That beat goes a bit wide. Uncharacteristic. Great shot block by Hull. And they've got some time to go here. Andrew on one flank. Chris on the other. Sees he can do it. He is hit. Can Joe pick it up to finish? No, it looks like it's going to the hands of Chris. Safe in the keeper's hands. Play resets.
Now that counts as tech there. I don't mind that from Hull. But you have to have awareness of where that dodgeball is. I don't think he was expecting Oleg's beat to come in as soon as it did.
No.
And ultimately, he left another goal off the board there.
Okay, what changes in tactics do you want to see from the Raptors going forward? Because it doesn't look like this is working. They need to do something. Is it just this dish and drive?
No. Genuinely, I think this is working for them. But they've had 2 or 3 goals. There's one beat before. There's a beat in that one. There's the stoppage there. It's the lack of execution. They've left 3 goals off the board.
Safe.
Oh, and then a missed beat as well.
Oh, great block.
Into hands.
Keepers.
That was good there by Anushka.
Yeah, back to hoops.
And we're going to see what they can do. Bit of a charge down, but they are going into... No, they have control here. Let's see Hull sub off. Who's this?
This is Callum Field now on. So I think first full season playing as a keeper, so this will be interesting to see how he comes in. We tried him in that position last season when I was the Raptors coach. They're still kind of learning, but we shall see how it goes.
Okay. See, bit of a box being set up here, moving it around. Claude's taking a big angle here. First reset, I think maybe used, but it's fine. It goes through. Fields going to get under it. Steps under the tackle. Very nice footwork. Adcock's in space. That's a long arm. Doug throws it. Ball's on the ground. Might see a counter here. Into the hands of Brett. A couple subs being called for Werewolves, so it's going to be slower than I was hoping. But going to see what they can do into control here from Raptors.
Yeah, so that pass across there from Field, I can see what he's trying to do. But
too close to the hoops.
Yeah, too close. Adcock was very near the Werewolves chasers there. And if he's a step back,
press is on. Press is on. That's their project gone. Let's see if number 8 can finish it. Shot goes a bit high. Nice. That is a good beat there. Good work from Claude. And it's on now. Ball all the way
right
over there. Doug's got a long throw though. He needs to be careful. Yes, he does. And the counter's on. They overcommitted. What a tragedy. You hate to see it.
Now, the one thing that was really lacking there is awareness.
Yeah, you need eyes in the back of your head for that, because if you speak to the ball's behind you.
If you speak to England coach Seb Waters, he talks a lot about scanning the field, knowing where players are. All that took from Adcock was a little look over the shoulder, see where the dodgeball is in the play, and then don't get hit from behind.
Easy offload, right?
Yeah.
Because Doug can only do that once. And
that was an open goal for Raptors.
Absolutely.
But it's that lack of awareness that's cost them.
And the other thing is, it wasn't just on Adcock. Both of the Raptors beaters massively overcommitted on the charge forward, and they didn't have eyes in the back of the head either. And if anybody on that whole squad has seen the dodgeball coming from behind, you'd have seen the call, there would have been a change, they could have dealt with it. I mean, great work by Doug, good bit of sneaky behaviour, unusual from a man of his build, but good work, good two-handed tackle there. Looks a bit vicious.
Nice, is a good turnover from Alessandri.
But it looks like Han's going to save it a bit of that. Bit of a mess over the ball.
Chaotic now.
Oh heavens, everyone's going the wrong way. The lines haven't really formed, and I think this chaos is going to benefit the Werewolves somewhat. Lovely throw, great positioning, but it's not landed. Oh, that was gorgeous. That little
entertainment.
Kick. Oh, a kick to the hands. You love to see it.
Emanuele Alessandri, hats off to you. Like, fumbled the initial catch, but then recovered so well to get that kick off, the kick assist. It's stuff like that, you're like, a bit of flair, a bit of style. Werewolves love their style points.
1 minute starting
we love to see that.
Timeout called by Raptors. The score at the moment, 5-1. The lead slightly extended. A couple of these opportunities for Raptors failed to be capitalised on. A bit of a shame. What's the voice in the sub box here? What changes do you think need to occur? What do you want to do? Is it you just driving that execution?
What I would be saying, coach-wise, is you need to be calm. They were well in this game, and then they left 3 goals off the board by just rushing things a little bit, not thinking enough. As we talked about, that counter opportunity is a prime example of that, where they haven't fought enough in the moment. Obviously, you can overthink and underplay, if that makes sense. But at the moment, they're trying to play too much and rushing into things, and Wales are just going, cool, that's fine.
It's very instinctual. They don't have the patience, right?
We'll meet you at that level, and we'll match it, and we'll succeed it.
And that instinctual play isn't how the Wales play. It's very slick, it's very coordinated.
Let's go, Raptors!
I've been really impressed with Wales this game. Compared to the Phoenix game, they've been so much more calm, so much more composed. Whereas their problem with the Phoenix game was they rushed things a lot, which is what Raptors have done the last 2-3 minutes.
I mean, I think the only clumsy pass we've seen was over here onto the hoop, and then followed by a kick assist. So like, you kind of let that fly, don't you? You know, you get the goal in the end.
To an extent, like, as a coach, you're always looking for decisions over execution. Execution comes from practice and time, but you need to be coaching players to make the right decision within a certain scenario.
We're going to see what Orange and Duhan can do here into Vong and Mills, the 2 beaters being deployed by... Sounds like they decided to take the angle, and they're going to leave the Quaffle alone. The pass comes at a good time, but Brennard kind of wasn't looking, and we're going to see a very aggressive bit of play here. Vong is going to clean up, send everyone back to hoops, and then we're going to see a bit of patience. Slow down. Control achieved, but volleyball lost.
I really like that from Wales. They went to the player marking defence. Raptors kind of walked into it, weren't as adaptable to that change in defensive structure. Like, really smart play from Wales, just to mix up a little bit.
Okay. Right, quite close to the hoops defence being deployed here. Okay. Ball dropped, but it's sent in a good direction. Bill managed to pick it up and Connor maintains. Let's see what we can do here. Oh, was that from the back? It looked like it.
I think from Ashley Cooper there. Ash has always loved his contact. I'm thinking that was either from behind or high, one of the two.
There is ways that back contact can happen. Right? You're standing still, if there's a centre.
He went full steam. It's one of those where, like, as a player, you see it line up for you, and you're like, oh, I'm going to make a big juicy hit here, and he's just got it wrong.
Yeah, and there's a spin maybe to go down, pick it up, but it's not like it's a spin into the contact, it's a spin for a ball.
So I'll tell you what, when you have that heat-seeking kind of tackle, it feels so satisfying. You see it coming, you make the hit, the player goes down, the crowd goes whoosh. You love that as a player, but he's got it wrong.
Yeah, bad call. So it's bad call by the player. The ref called.
No illegal charges, a standard
I've
contact
definitely
penalty.
not
I did not rule it
question
egregious. So
any decision at any point made by any. So we're going to see a bit of a conversation happen here between some of the referees. Anjit walking in for a chat, sent back to the sub box, and we'll see what happens next. So with this, we'll obviously see the quaffle in the hands of the Werewolves. Control still resting with...
we're happy that the beats happened before the whistle.
So let's see what Connor can do with it while both players are spending some time to get to these dodgeballs.
No, it's only if you're off the pitch. So Orange is the inbounding player, is that what you're saying? Yeah, so during the stop, the inbounding player can move to the boundary.
I'm not really sure. Okay.
I feel from Raptors' side they probably need to ring the changes soon. Just get a bit more sort of experience on the pitch, just to kind of dictate things.
Oh, okay. Bill was with the ball.
I don't think we've seen Tom Haynes yet in this game. No. Who is always a very calming presence. When you play with Tom Haynes, you can really rely on him, both as a receiver, when he has the ball, as well as a ball carrier. You feel perfectly fine as well.
Bill! Angry Bill!
Angry Bill gets it, goes over. Going to make it to Brett. Not, that might have been after beat, but who knows? We're not going to see it. Some hands in the small of the back there. Maybe a push, but whatever. We'll play on.
Oh dear.
Oh, a couple brooms lost here. Bit of a comedy of errors. It's going to end up as a pink ball.
And
we're going to go because it's all on the ground. Let's see what Phil could do. I love the position here that Emily Arnold's in. Put it in her hands, please. No, come on.
It's one of those plays where you want someone who can take the contact on that drive. Field is a very technically gifted player. He's good. He's got a great pass on him. He's got a decent shot. But like in a drive in this situation, you want the likes of, as Luke Twist showed earlier in the game, a player like that who's comfortable to take the contact, ride through it.
Huge wave of subs here from the Wolves. I think like 5 people just subbed off. They just did a whole lot.
Speaking of the devil, Luke Twist is back on.
Yeah. Okay.
And Alice Twist as well.
Okay, a lot of beats here onto a couple of different people. Let's see if it can get finished. I don't. Oh, lovely stuff! Bringing the score to 6-1. Burkitt going to put a beat into the back.
Very borderline.
Was that released?
I don't think it was.
Twist your beat. Okay, now you are.
Okay, sent back in the end. Kick at hands made there, possibly. We're going to see.
It's getting very dicey now. Some 50-50 calls in the game.
Yep. So I think seeing a little bit of dissatisfaction from some of the players as the ref calls being made. A couple of things we could have gone for. There was a beat call possibly being ignored. Sometimes difficult to hear from the scrum, but from here, I wasn't sure if there was a release on that beat, and I think that was a confusion from Twist. I don't think he was contesting if the ball hit him. I think it was about if it was released.
So generally, as a player, this is what you're supposed to do by the rule book. If you feel that you've been hit by a dodge ball,
number 17, dangerous kick, you'll get the ball back.
The dismount procedure.
Yeah, thank you.
So it's on the player. The player needs to do that. The player hasn't done it there. So you're in that case, you're beat unless told otherwise.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a general principle that a lot of players should be aware of.
We're going to see a bit of a kick at hands argument made there by some of the teams. Some gas on the sub box. Some stuff for the players.
It's a legal kick from Green Hour.
Okay.
Yellow card.
For
17 there.
So we're going to see a turn back in terms of Hemingway. Ash in a nice position here. Is going to be in a bit of trouble for Doug, but let's see how much pressure they can put on. Shot goes wide, doesn't hit it. Let's see if Fields can stop the second reset.
Used.
No. If that's a shot, does that count the first reset or not?
Yeah, if it crosses both lines, that would
go halfway.
Cool. So first reset used. So we have an opportunity here. Doug looking after that dodgeball left by the second reset. We're gonna second reset used.
Yeah, again,
turnover.
It's the lack of execution from Raptors. It's the fine sort of ball skills there that should have been straight to hands. We can see exactly what.
Second reset, volleyball turnover.
So
rebound.
We're seeing after this card, Doug has managed to keep a hold of both of the dodgeballs at his feet.
Currently it's a 3-on-2 for Twist. Yep. If I'm Twist, I'm putting a lead pass into Barraclough or Alice Twist.
You want going as fast as you can, going in different directions, spread out.
I'm putting this pass in towards sort of the, towards the middle hoop, the left side, on the left side, for Barraclough to run onto and score.
Because there's no ability for the dodgeballs to really impact this play.
Twist takes the beat from Hemingway here, and then there's all this space for Alice Twist and Matteo Barraclough to run onto and score.
You can't even go that far backwards because you've got Arnold's behind you. So, and if you plant and take the hit, it can go that way. But yeah, we'll see.
Yeah. That's the play I'd make, but I'm not Luke Twist. So Luke Twist, phenomenal player in his own right. Maybe he's got his own ideas. Maybe Coach Andrew Olick has his own ideas as well.
I think there's a question
here.
No,
that's my prediction for what should happen.
If you're happy they're
question here about the
then that means the beat wouldn't have had a chance to respond to their motion.
And
then
seems to be clasping.
You're happy that it would have hit them
I don't think it's illegal if it's
not for the Doug, then it's no call.
So the main thing is looking for
no call there.
And at the range it was, it's arguable, but obviously we'll see
had that gone out of bounds or was it just loose?
That's the only thing I think
Let's
this conversation would be about the high saw.
Like a goalkeeper play, so I was watching the volleyball play. So
rebound!
Let's see what happened in the dodgeball game.
We'll see what Twist can do here. No call made. I mean, the beat's not come through yet. Looks like we're going to see it, but it's much slower. Doug puts in the pressure. Twists passing to each other. It's hands of Matteo.
We're stopping. Jumping for a loose ball at the back.
Loose ball at the back. It goes off the backfield, so we see it.
Luke didn't go with my play. They've still got a good opportunity to score here.
Absolutely.
I think it was a good transition for Raptors. They got back very quickly to contest this.
Luke's on a good hoop as well. There's a couple of Raptors players in the way. They go in different directions. Ball makes it through. Hemingway misses that beat. Let's see if Luke can finish. There's going to be a little bit. Yes, there is. That brings the score now to 7-1 in favour of the Wolves of London. Raptors crumbling under the pressure here a bit, but they're not out of this game yet. We can see a snitch catch. It wouldn't be too difficult. Hey, little Burkitt, maybe. Oh, good catch. Good catch, and that's control for the Raptors.
You see that Douglas Bryant applauding his fellow Team England squad squad member for that catch.
He loves it when someone outplays him. He's a cheeky chappy like that. Enjoys the
front and back setup for the Raptors beaters now. Let's see what they pull off here.
Beat onto Doug. They've got to do the timing, but Twist is so up that it can't be followed up on at that exact moment. And when you can just drop, touch, pick up again, it's not a lot of time. So yeah, but
the call from the Raptors set box is to move the ball. So Haynes moves the ball.
I think they're doing their best. Moves it around.
Pass back to Haynes.
Sosa moving around, going back into the hands of Arnold. Maybe looping around a little bit more here.
I think Raps are trying to set up the kind of beater look they want. They haven't got it yet.
They've extended a lot here.
And Douglas Bryant is really guarding that middle hoop right now. He's not moving an inch from that middle hoop.
Good tackle there. Doug's going to follow this one up. There's a bit of a kick, but he's going to go into the hands of number 32. I can't see him from this range. Twist catches it, and we see Wells come out of that one. An extended period of no budget control, including a card in the beta game with no goals scored against. Absolutely brilliant. You could almost call it dogged resistance.
I mean, it's well contained by Wells. Clearly, Raptors were trying to set something up in the beta game, and then it just went on for too long, and no one said, "I'm going to go and make that beat." Like, the thing is that just needed a bit of authority there.
Claude and Sam were definitely doing things, but there just wasn't the ability to follow it up. Whereas it definitely seems like the Wells players are capable of following up on the plays for.
And there's another question there. I think Oleg came off his broom when tackling Burkett potentially, but we're going to consult the refs. I'm not convinced Twist shot went through there. I think it went low, but
I saw hands from the goal refs, so they've got bang on with us, right? But
hopefully, yeah.
Question to the goal ref.
Are you happy that was a goal?
Did it go through?
Yeah. Always depends on the angle you have.
Goal is
good. Okay, lovely.
Another goal for Twist.
So ball back to the keeper.
I'd probably say player of the match so far. Would you agree?
Score is 80-10. Werewolves.
They're doing a good job. Very good job.
He didn't play too much the Phoenix game, and I think it showed. Having
a lot of goals and a lot of assists as well.
Oh dear. There's a kind of a clash there between Burkett and Oleg, and Oleg's hurt. And, that's not good. Hopefully we can. It'll be okay, and we'll get a substitute on. It's just a bit of an unfortunate coming together.
Yeah. Because it wasn't even an intentional.
No,
either,
that's
right? Both. One of them was armed. One of them.
Yeah, again, go back to the rule book. That's what you call incidental contact. Like, there's nothing illegal there, but just coming together. But hopefully he can sub off and be okay in a few minutes' time.
That's the warning for not advancing out of the zone.
Even if there's a beat of pressure there, you can't for Oleg there. We do hope he's okay.
You took a few seconds, so that's the warning for it. If you do it again, it's a blue card.
Almost certainly going to eat a beat here from Claude, and that's going to create a situation where it's control. So thrown back, great job, but it looks like Claude's going to get there first. Burkett protecting the other budger. Control now for the hands of the Raptors, but Wells managed to get it thanks to a lovely interception on the ground.
The Wells dodgeball is right at the back here. They brought it back up to the front. Raptors just happy to set into a more compact defence now. Invite the pressure from the Wells and absorb it in counter.
Lovely little fake switch there. Always throws you off. Trade of balls. Hull makes the hit, but it's followed up on. Chris is in a good spot, so is Mateo, but Haynes is in the way, and there's a dodgeball as well. Let's see if we can make it. Beat goes into Chris. Let's see if 26 can follow off. A little bit of an opportunity there, but not able to make the contact from the back while the other player was moving.
Yeah, again, some more dicey contact, some tempers flaring a little bit.
There would have been an opportunity for Grant. You have to stand to stop to make the contact from behind, or go for the ball, which wasn't an option there because it was held.
Game time, 15 minutes.
Game time, 15 minutes. There, the call by head ref, and we'll see what Hull can do. Bit of a drive in, throws off to Dishington, gets rid, shot.
No,
Haynes in a good spot, but it just doesn't go. Great jump there by Vong. Burkett is immune though, so it doesn't matter. But the drive's on, great position. I want to see it into the hands of Mateo here, who's very fast and sent home for a sub right from the box.
And it's a no dodgeball situation.
Dodgeballs everywhere.
Dodgeball back in the game.
Misses.
Misbeat, no dodgeballs once more.
Let's see what Chris can do. A couple of players in the way, kind of adopting almost a Baylor hoop defense here. One player on each hoop. Let's see what they can do. They're worried about those shots from Chris, but one player steps up now. The middle hoop is currently unmarked, and it goes right through. Lovely stuff Hull just a little bit too late on the jump to get a hand up.
That last minute of play really encapsulates this match.
90-10, Werewolves!
Tom Haynes missing the score at one end.
Yeah.
Just that lack of Raptors execution, and then on the Werewolves side, calm, collected, and just not forcing it.
Yeah.
Like the game is coming to them. When it opens up, they're taking their chance.
Waiting for it and making it happen. Okay, good work here by Barrett and Doohan to get control back. Let's see what they can do here. Point chaser being rolled, but you're going to have a harder time rolling Chris while he's wearing that green headband. So they're going to pick some angles here. Haynes takes a beat, and there's a return. You see both bodies come home. Good tackle here onto Barrett. Can't get the ball. It's wrapped from behind. Ooh, I think that slipped below the knee right there.
And that looks like it might be a card there for Auer. There's a bit of deliberation with an assistant referee here.
So there was a wrap there, and it slipped below the knee, and it maybe wasn't done
fast
fast enough. So yeah,
I think that's going to be given now.
Yeah. So we see a yellow now against the Wolves player.
I mean,
okay,
main
the referees
thing
stay here
refereeing-wise
just
is
for a
you're
second.
looking at the impact on gameplay.
Okay.
And then you're also looking
I had that
at
contact
whether
as legal,
a player
but barely
completes
just.
the illegal action affects what the player is trying to do there. So that will be, I imagine, in the discussions of the assistant referees and head ref here.
I love commentating matches.
There's no doubt that's below the knee. Everyone can see that. Like, even if you don't know the rules, everyone can see that's below the knee. It's just a question of the impact on play.
We're getting some hand signals from some spectators about maybe things we should be saying on the broadcast.
Like you said, I only saw the contact.
But yeah.
Right. So you think it should be?
Yeah. I mean, there's no hard feelings. You can tell it was a slip, but
it's a genuine mistake.
Yeah, but
I think you're
we
saying
might have had a card anyway. That happens even in some of the most well intentions of contacts sometimes.
Exactly.
Okay.
So we'll see what the call is. Ultimately, I don't see it affecting the trajectory of this game too much.
So, Karina, we're happy that the contact would have just been a back hoops, but then the language afterwards was
right now
that's going to be a yellow card for exploiting contact.
Good point. Yeah. So that
Auer already
yellow card.
The ejection. Yeah. Auer already had the illegal kickoff.
Werewolves number 17 on sporting conduct. Second yellow ejection.
It's a second yellow card. Auer is ejected from the game. And like when you're that player, that sucks. You know you've messed up.
Ooh, apparently the second yellow was for language.
Oh, for language.
Rather than the foul. Which is a...
Yeah, well, obviously we wouldn't have heard that here in the commentary booth, but yeah, like the contact
was deemed legal, we're hearing, and it was in fact a card for language during the deliberation. Well, that is... that's a bit more of a forced error.
If anything, as a coach, you're quite annoyed with that, because... In terms of the on-play thing, they've got away with it, and then that's just like a coach killer. You shouldn't be giving away cards like that.
Reset used there, but Haynes is going to have a jump to a lot of balls on the floor here. A bit of a wrap on the broom there, surely.
There we go.
Goal is good.
Emily Burton with the goal there. A bit of a wrap on Tom Haynes' broom by Alex Harrison. But we talked about Haynes' calming presence. He felt the contact, was annoyed by it, and then was like, I'm just going to play on and make this pass. Burton scores. That's the kind of calmness that Raptors have missed this game.
Brings the score to 9-2 overall. Well out of range where a catch is going to be getting the win for the Raptors rather. And we'll see what happens when we get to the frog, I guess. Oh, lovely stuff by Chris.
Great finish. Great finish. I love that passing from Harrison and Radievsky. He's been there so many times. Little fake through the middle hoop.
120 Werewolves.
So I think we must be getting close to 20 minutes. We're going to see Seekers called in a minute, I'm sure, and then the release of the flag runner. Who have we got flag running over there?
I think it's Jake Rougier.
Ah, good stuff. Raptors behind. Oh, is that is that allowed? Because
you're allowed your hands through the hoop, but you're not allowed to slap the hoop to stop the goal.
But I guess it didn't affect. So that's the.
I don't know. Benefit of the doubt's definitely been given to the defender there.
Okay, and the bludger, the dodgeballs, one of them's gone, and we're going to see what Orange can do with the other. Lovely interception from Hull, but it's going to get scooped up by Alex Harrison.
This is the point now in the game with the score like as Raptors here. You can afford to go for the odd riskier play because the pressure's off. Like you're already this far behind, you might as well try something a bit different, mix it up a little bit, and what happens happens.
Bit of a charge, but snuck away there before under pressure, too much pressure.
This is good. I'm liking this aggression now from Raptors, taking those risks, trying to force some turnovers.
Setting up the cavalry wall with the benefit. Oh, it's not. No, it's a half point, I guess. I'm just looking for the control. It's quite close together.
Oh, great beat from Orange.
There by Orange. He loves throwing those kind of balls. Hull pass the ball, looks for it. Bill's going to throw some dodgeballs and get some people, but not enough to justify the whole counter, given that Mills and Bryant are happily standing incredibly deep on those hoops.
Attacking on a counter against 2 dodgeballs is a big no-no, unless you can reliably hit a shot by yourself.
Okay, 2 hits here on Haynes. Very little bit from behind. I mean, honestly, the best hope here is that Bill is able to come and rescue you. The hat's gone. We can see that shining dome. Let's see if it's going to get a goal. Lovely hit, dismounted from the broom. Harrison's going to reclaim that volleyball from the ground, throw it back as the first action into the hands of the keeper. Nice. Lovely bit of defence there.
Again,
Haynes
it's questionable contact, but I like that from Wells. It's that sort of nuggety mindset and behaviour they didn't have in the Phoenix game.
Yeah. And
sometimes it will be illegal and you will get carded, but at the end of the day, like, you need to have that psychological edge on your team, on your opposition.
Good space. Throws it back. Another attempt at a kick. Doesn't go as smoothly as last time. And the counter's now on here. Hull's in a good spot. And Cook likes his chances. Finishes it. Good goal. Brings the score to 10-3.
It's a great lead pass from Hull. And Adcock with an easy finish.
In a situation where both of these teams are bubbling, which
we're done. We're done here.
Is that it?
Jordan Amer Jeffrey reaching around with his right arm, and that looks pretty clean to me.
I saw it out the corner. There might have been I'm questioning if there was a little bit of the other arm.
Maybe a little bit of tug. Obviously, it's one of those, you need the correct angle on it.
Absolutely.
We didn't have the front angle here, so we can't fully tell.
But it looked good to you on principle.
We had the back angle.
Cool.
And that's where
any fouls in volleyball or dodgeball I was not aware of?
And we saw it removed pretty cleanly,
happy.
so
Who saw the catch?
I'd be happy with that from here.
Happy. Cool, all good.
Our arm is firmly on the broom on the replay, so my vision is not as good as I thought it was. If this is the Wells, will be very happy with it. That brings the final score of this game to 130-30 in the favour of the Werewolves of London. A dominating and confident performance by the team in white.
And a tournament-winning performance. They've now won all their games this weekend. First place at the tournament. And that was a tournament winner's performance. Compared to the Phoenix game, miles and miles better. Like Andrew Olick, the Werewolves coach, would be so satisfied with the way they bounced back from that game with Phoenix. Was a little bit too close.
Well, that got me going.
I loved the calmness of which Werewolves played that game, especially in the half court. They were so much more measured, and when the opportunity was there, they took it.
Yeah, so a good seed now earned for Werewolves at Salou at the end of March. They'll be first seed in the group they're going into. Obviously, Raptors will still be attending that tournament, being one of the top 6 teams, but I think they either finished 4th or 5th, depending on the precise rankings. Did they beat Phoenix? So it'll be 4th.
Yes, they did, yeah.
So they'll be 4th, which won't be enough for a top seed. They'll probably be looking at a 2nd seed at that tournament, I'd imagine. But still, a good performance from both teams. I think that the thing for the coach there of the Raptors is that was close, and there was a couple of interception communication bits that, if sorted, would have made that a much closer game in the favour of the Raptors.
Exactly. Like, I reckon if you went back and you watched this game back, you'd probably say Raptors left 3 or 4 goals off the scoreboard, and that's a whole
swing
catch.
That's a catch, right?
Yeah, that's a massive swing in a game. So, like, you can feel good about that in terms of we're making the right decisions here, but you need to get back on the training field and sort of go through some of those scenarios, drill them, so that when you get into those situations in a tournament, you execute.
But with 8 weeks until EQC and 12 weeks until BQC, that's absolutely the kind of stuff we can imagine the Raptors fixing, and then coming in once again and putting in great game against the very toppest teams in the UK.
Exactly.
And indeed in Europe.
Exactly. They proved there that they can mix it with the best teams here, but it's just the execution that's lacking, and hopefully, well, from their perspective, we'll see that improve over the next few weeks.
So thank you very much for joining us for this game. You've been watching Zach and Fraser commentate the Werewolves versus Velociraptors. We will be back here shortly for Olympians Quidditch Club versus the Wessex Warlocks, competing for the final Div 1 slot at EQC. A spicy game that everyone wants to lose.
I'm looking forward to that one, I must say, Zach. We like a bit of jeopardy here, and there'll be a bit of jeopardy on the line in that match for sure.
Perfect. Thank you very much for joining us. See you soon.